talking about bad boys of wrestling. Have I noticed that you have not mentioned the fact that Statistic Steve Strong is the Universal Heavyweight Champion? You have mentioned Abdullah, but what about the main man? And he's taking Abdullah.
Hey, don't try and stir the pot. And they're two of the greatest bad boys in the world, and it's going to be a classic confrontation.
Whoa. Right from the beginning, Abdullah the Butcher all over the champion. They build this match as the wrecking of two trains, where two powers meet, and that's exactly what's happening. Abdullah the Butcher, close to 500 pounds from Sudan, Africa, taking on the Universal Champion of the World Wrestling Council, Sadistic Steve Strong. And you know, coming off as a result of Chicky Star in a match, he got Abdullah the Butcher with a cane on the throat. Then Abdullah turned against Chicky, and finally Steve Strong hit Abdullah twice with a chair, and the lawyer of Abdullah the Butcher demanded a match, and he got it, and this is the match that everybody's been waiting for.
Now, don't try and stir the pot, Savinovich. I'm not going to say who's the greater basketball player, Larry Bird or Magic Johnson. I'm not going to say who's the greater hitter, Tony Gwynn or Wade Boggs. I'm not going to say who's the greatest boxer, Muhammad Ali or Sugar Ray Leonard. And I'm not going to say
Muhammad Ali
of the bad boys. I'm not going to say that. Let's just say, let's sit back. Let's watch. Let's enjoy the bad boys. Abdullah Butcher and Steve Strong go wild, go crazy in Hiram Bithorn Stadium now.
Fans, without a doubt, you're watching two of the meanest wrestlers in the whole world. One holds the Universal Heavyweight Championship. The other one is the challenger, Abdullah the Butcher. Top names in professional wrestling, and everybody's aware of the danger involved in this match. The title on the line, but yet, even with the importance of the title, I believe this is like a personal feud going down the line to prove who's the baddest of them all.
That's right. This is the battle of the baddest, the battle of the biggest, and the battle of the best. Who's it going to be, Abdullah the Butcher or Steve Strong? You've got the wildest, most sadistic man in professional wrestling in Abdullah the Butcher, and you've got the strongest man in professional wrestling in the legendary Steve Strong. And I saw Victor, that's right, I saw Victor Quinones at ringside.
Well, not only Victor Quinones with the long hair, but we also saw the presence of one of the commissioners from the Boxing and Wrestling Commission of Puerto Rico, and more important, the doctor, Hector Gonzalez. And he knows before the night is over, there are going to be some stitches down there.
Well, there's no doubt about that, because when you get a man the caliber of Sadistic Steve Strong, when you get a bad boy the caliber of Abdullah the Butcher, you know there's going to be blood.
You think Victor Quinones needs a haircut, or what? The promoter, Victor Quinones.
I don't know. He needs his pants taken up, that's for sure.
Okay, getting back into the match, Universal Championship. Abdullah the Butcher from Sudan, Africa, close to 500 pounds. He demanded this match. Steve Strong has clean house with almost everybody in the World Wrestling Council, even though he had some tough matches. He's been able to hold and retain the title, but we do not know what's going to happen before this night is over, as Abdullah the Butcher is that uncontrollable force, a man that is willing to go to the limits and beyond the limits to hurt his opponent.
When you have the immovable force against the unmovable object, something's going to happen. And when you have two trains collide, there's going to be a collision. And there's a collision happening now in Hiram Bithorn Stadium. There's about 20,000 screaming crazy. There you see the crowd right there. 20,000 crazy screaming Puerto Ricans on their feet, because they want to see bad boys. They want to see blood. They want to see gore, and they want to see what's happening right now.
Well, you forgot to mention the fact that when you come out to the ring, the fans usually boo you, Mr. Rip Rogers.
And regardless of that fact, I'm one of the bad boys of wrestling. Abdullah's one of the bad boys of wrestling. Steve Strong's one of the bad boys in wrestling. And that's why you bought this tape. That's why you rented this tape. That's why you stole this tape. That's why you copied on your machine this tape.
Now, wait a minute. What are you talking about, copying, stealing? Now, you have a dirty mind. These are decent people. They will not do this. They will go out and buy tapes.
I hang out at Elizabeth's. I hang out at Danny's, just like Victor Quinones.
Oh, wait a minute. You're talking about Victor Quinones involved now with the nightclubs in Elizabeth? Okay, we're going to have an investigation on that matter.
I heard him about going out with Rosa and her tambourine.
All right. We're getting the scoops here from our Wrestling Inquirer. And now Abdullah the Butcher proving to the world why he is that dangerous. How many times have we seen Steve Strong go down from a headbutt like that?
0.
Well, this time he has fallen down, and Abdullah the Butcher looks so impressive. Impressive indeed. And the fans are in the side, or I should say they're backing up Abdullah the Butcher.
Well, that is strange. It is strange. I'm not for Abdullah. I'm going to be impartial because
Impartial?
That's right. I like Abdullah the Butcher.
You're about an hour and 10 minutes late, Mr. Rogers.
And I like Steve Strong, and I might just run out there and stop that match myself.
Boy, you're a tough cookie. Let's put it this way. I don't think you or anybody could stop this match, because if there is such a thing as a destiny with humans, I think these two men, once they got that match started, they had in mind that nothing or nobody was going to be able to stop it till there was a true winner, a man that could call himself the Universal Champion.
What about Domingo Robles?
Here you go again with Robles. We're going to try to talk to E&G Productions and get a little bit more investigation on this matter on the future tapes.
Yeah, look at that. I'm going to be impartial. I'm just reporting the action. We have two great champions, two great bad boys of professional wrestling, wrestling even Steven. I'd say the score is 27-27, and you're not going to trick me into saying I'm for Abdullah or I'm for Steve. I'm just going to report the action as it's happening, and it's a great wrestling.
You're just afraid of picking a winner because it could go either way. You don't want to lose face in front of the fans, and that's why you don't want to pick a winner.
Hey, I predicted Domingo Robles would win,
and we saw how that came about. Okay, Steve Strong giving his best shots to Abdullah the Butcher. Look at that clothesline on the monster, on the machine from Sudan. Blood coming out of his head. Sadistic has drawn first blood on Abdullah the Butcher, which could also mean more danger to the champion, as it is always known that Abdullah could become twice as dangerous when he's a bloody mess.
Well, that's right. You know, Abdullah Butcher's like an animal. He's like an animal in that ring.
I have a scoop for you. There is a rumor that somebody very important in E&G Production stole the pants of Abdullah the Butcher from the dressing room. And I'm going to try my best for the next tape to get a picture of these pants in the living room, one of the top heads of E&G Productions. And wait till Abdullah finds out about that. That's a way of getting even. You guys show that interview with Terry Funk. I'll show Abdullah the picture of the pants hanging. I know who stole it. You guys are looking for trouble. Okay, you're going to get it.
It's not my fault that Terry Funk's wife called you
a fat pig. Say it. A fat pig. That's right.
I was going to say a rotund animal.
A fat pig. Okay. Okay. One on you, one on Terry. But his wife wasn't a pretty lady either. Man.
Are you calling Terry Funk's wife a dog or what?
Well, I seen better looking dogs in my time. Let's put it that way. Okay. Wow. Hey, she insulted me first. He insulted me then after, and you guys kept it up. So what can I do?
Hey, just report the action at ringside.
Okay. Here we go. Sadistic Steve Strong putting all his force into that flying elbow. That smash came down the hard way on Abdullah the Butcher. He's got him down. Leg drop across the throat. Referee is Isaac Rosario. I don't think he has experience to be the referee on this important title match, but I think he was picked by the council because of being an ex-wrestler and being a tough guy. He probably could hold him more into the ring.
Well, you know, it couldn't be El Gran Vikingo because he can't even count to 3. And it couldn't be Ricky Vargas because that stupid White Angel broke his leg. He's so uncoordinated, he tripped on the mat and broke my good friend Ricky Vargas's leg. So I'd say that Isaac Rosario is a good choice by the World Wrestling Council.
Okay, back into this Universal Heavyweight Championship match. Sadistic Steve Strong has given Abdullah the Butcher some tremendous punishment. And Abdullah, it's a bloody mess, but I don't think there's going to be enough to get rid of the big man from Sudan. We have seen him often come back from more dangerous situations. But one thing you have to admit, Rip Rogers, the fans are definitely backing up the bad man from Sudan. Is that a change?
I'm not going to admit anything because I'm impartial. But who's that little goofy-looking guy with the Panama hat down there at ringside? Who is that?
Hey, let's keep it quiet. That's Fast Eddie. You don't want to get in problems with this guy. Oh, look at that move by Steve Strong. Came flying through with a type of a football tackle. And
that's Randy Bacote. That's
a lawyer from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, I know it. I'm not stupid. I've been around. I can watch TV. I can see interviews. I know it's Randy Bacote, Abdullah the Butcher's manager and legal representative.
He's charging him a lot of money. This man gets a lot of money, but I think he deserves it. He got Abdullah the match right away. And here's Abdullah trying to make...
Hey!
Wait a minute.
He's got a fork. That's not fair. That's not square. Now, wait a minute. I want to be impartial.
You said this tape was for the bad guys.
Now, wait a minute. He's got a fork.
Whoa! You say bad guys do things like that? Well, how you like them apples now? But Steve Strong is finding out what it is to deal with a rougher kid on the block.
Now, wait a minute. This match is not over. Just because... Look! He's wielding it. He's ready. He's going after my butt. But I like Abdullah, too. I'm just going to sit here and shut up.
Okay, referee's counting. The two men are outside the ring. The stadium has gone insane. Abdullah himself hurting his own head, but he don't care. He's after finishing up Steve Strong and getting the title, but they have forgotten one important thing. The rules on the World Wrestling Council, the referee is counting. They better get back into the ring before the 20 count. Oh my goodness, what a matchup.
Are you sure that's the rules, or is it like your Texas
no,
your street fight? You're sure?
No, I got this one. Okay. I got this one right. I got it. Don't worry about it.
1 for 4. That's 250.
Okay. Referee keeps on counting. There's the bell. Referee Isaac Rosario has
He can count to 20. He's not like LV Kingo, he can only count to 2.
Okay, this means that regardless whatever happens from now on this match, Steve Strong retains the title. Ooh, right on the rear end with a fork. Oh, my goodness. On the rear end, Rogers with a fork.
Oh, my God.
Hey! To the referee.
Well, that's what happens when you mess with the bad boys. When you mess with the bad boys, they sometimes make you feel so good. And Isaac Rosario just found out what it feels like to be hit by one of the bad boys.
Okay, when some of you fancy those good pictures on some of the American wrestling magazines, and you're wondering who is the crazy nut that goes so close into taking his pictures, one of them is Eddie Grice. Look at him. He goes as close as you can call it, and he's been hurt many times. But that's the price you gotta pay if you want to cover the action the way it is. And the end result of this confrontation between Strong and Abdullah, they both are disqualified. Sellout crowd at the stadium, bitter in San Juan, Puerto Rico. By disqualification, double DQ, Steve Strong retains the World Wrestling Council Universal Championship. But Abdullah the Butcher, I'm pretty sure, will do his best to get him back.
I've got just one question. Where is Domingo Robles?
Oh, stop it. Let's go into some more action.